Welcome back, fam. What's going on? This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I know you've been taking care of yourself, investing time, learning more about your purpose, your mission, your life path, leaving no stone unturned, right? It is all about getting back into balance with yourself and the universe within you so you can get things going, right? And that way, once you get the results in your life, you can really pour off, your results and everything that you learn into other people, okay? But we're back with another presentation, and today, guys, I just want to take some time to share with you, my own personal takeaways through my own personal experiences. And, in regards to, and also this is a quick review because we covered a lot of material through this presentation series and through previous series too. So this is kind of like a quick review. And also, I want to coin this like my own personal quick reference guides to knowledge of self. Okay, there's no cookie cutter recipe to life. However, there are some cheat codes, right? All right, so I'm sharing with you some things that I know for a fact that will get you in the right direction, but you just got to trust your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy. Okay, so again, it's all about Earth School. And you see here, life is a test. It's all about your life path, your destiny, fulfilling your purpose and mission in life. And a lot of people are stuck in this reincarnation trap. And it's time to graduate, okay? So there's a lot of old souls here, volunteer to come back just for this assignment because they know it's the age of Aquarius, time to usher in this new information, this new knowledge base, this new way of knowing, being, and doing in this reality. And that way we can really, experience life the way it's supposed to be experienced. I hope that makes sense so far. And I don't want to get too excited, okay? But as always, before we dive into it, so again, this is a quick reference, guys. So if you were to ask me like, hey Chris, what are some things in your opinion that could help guide me to gain more knowledge of self on my own, this is the presentation for you. So with that being said, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. And if you appreciate the content, be sure to drop a thank you down below. And just like with showing up, appreciation and gratitude, when you go to the restaurant, you tip your waiter, right? And you tip the people that actually give you a great experience and you can learn something, right? So it's okay to drop a donation down below. The Cash App information is down below, and I'll start updating that as well too. Okay, it's all about cause and effect. So as we lead in, it's all about Earth School. Life is a test, okay? We live in a universe. This universe has principles and guidelines that we must go by, if we really want to stay in the ebb and the flow of our own internal universe, okay? Because each and every person have their own unique biorhythm, okay? So when you know better, you're going to do better. So let's go ahead and lead in. I'm going to give you, just do a quick review of these, talking points. These are my quick reference guys and a quick review and recap. And then I'm going to give you my own personal takeaways, some things that you can use to get you going on your journey of self-discovery and knowledge of self-realization, investigating everything, right? So with that being said, Earth is a school. Our purpose and mission require to learn a whole bunch of life lessons, right? To gain that experience and knowledge for our soul growth. So if you've been doing the same thing over and over again, it's never too late to rewrite your story. The past, present, and future is happening right now. So you have complete free will and control, to rewrite your past and to plant those seeds, either for failure or of success for your future. You're in charge of your own destiny, so why not just go ahead and do it now, okay? So with that said, as you grow through your own personal transformation and atonement process, trust your own intuition, okay? You'll hear me say that a lot. Your own inner voice, your own energy, and your thoughts, beliefs, words, emotion, and actions is going to always equal your reality and your results. So make sure pay yourself 10% first on your journey, okay? So learn to let your money work for you, 808, all right? So with that being said, before we do a quick recap of this stuff, I'm not going to take very long, but I will, express my talking points. I'm going to get you guys out of here. And each and every soul here on the planet, they have their own unique purpose and mission in life, their own life path, okay? You're not here, to follow somebody else's life path and their lead. You here to be your own leader, okay? That's what each individual is here to do. That's why they call it self-discovery and knowledge of self, okay? But with that being said, the reason I'm sharing this, and I feel that these are so important because it's going to help you, interface with your own universe within you. Everything is important, okay? Everything's interconnected, like I mentioned before, and each and every one of you guys that has been viewing my presentation, you received your call to adventure. There's no secret by now, okay? The universe has tapped you on the shoulder and said, hey, you need to wake your butt up and get on the ball, okay? It's time to go from the known to the unknown, leaving no stone unturned. The universe gonna line up the right people, placing an event just for you to support your growth, right? And with throughout your life, you always been special, and things just been working out for you. And but to this point, it always been you, and the universe has principle and guidelines, and you're never alone. The universe, you have your ancestors, your spiritual team here to help guide you through this process. All right, so with that being said, the universe gonna line up the right people, placing an event to support your growth. You're gonna get all this kind of help, signs and symbols, these synchronicities gonna pop out of the place, right? And you're gonna meet a lot of people such as myself, sharing their ups and downs, their experiences, the things that they use to help them navigate throughout this matrix of life, okay? That way you're not repeating the same lessons and mistakes over and over again. So I'm here to, share my mistakes, right? Because, I'm not perfect, okay? So I make a lot of mistakes, but it made me a wise person, and I navigate using my critical thinking skills, okay? And also I use these 7 Hermetic principles. They really help me level up, and I can make very conscious decisions each and every day, each and every moment. And I share this with my family, and you part of my family too. That's why I'm sharing it with you, okay? Because initially these presentation series was set up only for my children and grandchildren. It was going to be a private collection on YouTube just for them, and nobody else would have access. But the ancestors said, hey, you got to open up to your entire universal family, because people need you. They need to hear your voice, and that's why I'm sharing today. So I hope you appreciate the information that I'm sharing, and I'll be sharing more, okay? With that being said, but with me sharing my information and many others sharing their experience, it's up to you, okay? You still got to grow through your own personal transformation and atonement process, and each and every day your main intent is to increase the overall frequency and vibration of the planet and become a better person than you were yesterday. Each and every day you should be learning something new about yourself, and how does this human avatar work, and how can I help myself first and help other people, okay? With that being said, let's do a quick recap of some things we covered throughout many presentations, so y'all can catch you guys up. But this is my quick reference, guys, to get you going on your journey, okay? So with that being said, we spent a lot of time, just dealing with numbers, just showing the interconnectors of the universe, the cosmos, the astro, the astrology. I mean, everything, the inner outer universe with your body. But numbers are very important, as I mentioned in the last presentation series, okay? So I live my life according to the numbers. Each and every person have their own unique biorhythm. And again, just a quick recap, with a number 1 day, when you calculate your own personal day, so you can figure out your biorhythm, okay? 1 day is all about, taking that initiative. You may have to begin new projects, okay? Things of that nature. Or just be in that leadership role at work, okay? You don't necessarily have to be the boss, but you may be put in a position where you're doing a leadership role. 2 is all about partnership relationship. It can be at work, home, school, you name it, but you playing that teamwork with supporting element. 3, you really voicing your opinion. You learn a lot, through leadership, playing teamwork, and now you're expressing yourself. 4, you're taking everything that you gathered right now, you reformulate and building some solid foundation for yourself. And 5, you leading to strategy. 5-day personal day, it's all about being strategic, having some fun. 5 is that fun vibration, but do not overindulge yourself in drugs and alcohol, things of that nature. But 5 is that balancing point between 1 and 9, okay? As you see here, it's the midway point. 6 is all about love, and then that balancing act too, within yourself, because you got 12 aspects of you, okay? Like we mentioned in numerous presentations. But this 6 is that point where, hey, it's all about nourishing yourself first, right? Your family. And then, if you've been hoarding a lot of things, either love or material item, this is a perfect time. A 6 day is a perfect time to donate, or just, pay for, purchase something for somebody, as a show of gratitude, pay it forward kind of deal. All right. But this is a perfect day to donate. All right. That's the energy for that donation. 7 is all about, tap into your spiritual personal growth, self reflection, self realization, so to speak. And you basically giving birth to some new ideas. 8 is, many of you guys love this 8 vibration. It's all about what? Abundance. That cause and effect, give and take, reciprocity. And if you planted seeds from, starting from your personal day 1, by day 8, you should see some kind of return on your investment. Not necessarily money per se. Your knowledge base should have increased if you've been focusing on yourself and really being intentional each and every day to this point. By day 8, you should, see some reward, some fruit in your labor. And 9 is all about completion. You wrapping things up, you're doing self-reflection, you see what works, see what doesn't work, and then you refine and repeat the process so you can find your own sweet spot. And diving into this we just hit this pretty hard. It's all the different aspects of you. Everything matters. Your name, your date of birth, all right, and even I told you about the total letters in your name, and also your syllables. I mean, you can get jiggy with it, okay, leaving no stone unturned. So I just gave you a couple ways that I use so I can find some core vibration, so I can like once I find the core, my own personal core vibration, am I, and then I ask myself, am I aligned with this vibration? Am I, taking on this persona, these attributes and characteristics with these numbers each and every day in my life? And then once I realized that, oh man, I had to flip the polarities, right? We've been talking about balancing the polarities, right? And that's what I had to do with myself. As soon as I did that and got in sync with my own personal biorhythm, man, the rest is history. And I'm here today sharing with you the tools that I'm using. Okay. So with that being said, it's all about leaving no stone unturned. And we dove really deep into like numerology, life path at a glance, broken down, each life path number. I gave you my own personal spiritual takeaways, to give you, some proper expectation and some things that you can work on based on my experience working with a lot of people throughout my life, especially in the military, because I get access to a lot of different personality traits, right? So it was kind of like an experiment for me, so to speak, because I still had to know who I was first, right? Because I was still stuck there too. All right. But guys, I gave you a lot of information. And again, the tree of life is within you. Okay. You are a living, walking, breathing manifestation of source, just having this experience, to learn some lessons and up and down, to graduate, not to be stuck, on one life path your whole life. Okay. There's different aspects of you. Okay. As you raise your Kundalini energy through these different chakra planes, you're gonna embody different experiences. Okay, there are different levels to your life. Okay, and I hope you can remember this. Okay, and also, everything starts in the brain and the mind first before it manifests in the physical. Everything starts in that, starts out in that spiritual realm first, in the unseen realm first before it manifests in the physical. And just a quick recap, things are set up to keep you in a lower vibration, like I told you before. And what does that lower vibration do to a person, right? It puts you in a state of fear, and you easily just be manipulated too, because you're looking for somebody to save you versus you saving yourself. All right, raising your Kundalini energy so you can tap into your own critical thinking skills, right? So you can really navigate through this matrix. And so with that lower vibration, you got the amygdala, right, which triggers flight, fight, and a freeze mentality, where you're like, hey, I don't know what to do. What's the next step? And then you also have reptilian brain. That's your instincts, and your dinosaur brain, right? Then you have your limbic system, deal with emotion in the feeling brain. Then you have your neocortex, the rational and the thinking brain. All right, moving on in. We talked a lot about, zodiac health. There are different, within each and every person, because you are your own universe, from Aries all the way around to Pisces, to your feet, head to toe, right? And you got different cell salts within the body that you can help bring some homeostasis within your overall health. And so it's all about, cutting the middleman out of the equation. All right. And at the end of the day, we live in a holographic universe, like I told you guys, right? Are you ready to take control of your life? All right. And before we get ready to lead and give you my own takeaways, and I'll get you guys out of here, and I'm gonna do it from top down. Right here, you got the rebirth. equals as your cerebral spinal fluid, your Christ, right? That Christ energy, that Kundalini energy, like I mentioned to you guys before, climbs your 33 vertebrae, right? Your Jacob's ladder, and meets your 12 cranial nerves, right? Like we mentioned to you before, right? These are your 12 disciples. This is your brain, okay? So you can look at this as your brain. Okay, and also your spine, so to speak, and different aspects. All right, Brother Sanchez can really break some different things down for you too when it comes to sacred geometry. I mentioned that one more time before we get out of here. But as we continue, you got these 12 cranial nerves. These are your 12 disciples, and it's going to ignite your pineal gland, which is your what? Resurrection. Okay, your rise erection, like Osiris, which you will see in his statues, right? And that's going to equal your what? Christ consciousness. Okay, and we talked a lot about this information. And if you want to dive real deep into some of this information, especially when it comes to all the inner working, the chemistry of life, the tree of life within you, and also the wonders of the human body, it's 3 books in one. You got George W. Carey here, Works. Okay, please invest in this book. And so again, you know, everything is interconnected. We talked about a lot of things. Your Taurus field, your Merkaba, right? We talked about your aura. You got a sick, you know, a sick person aura field. You got a healthy person. Then you got a person here that has, you know, uneven auric fields, okay? But everything's connected. As above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. As we get ready to close things out, and I'll give you my personal takeaways, guys. We do not live in a world of dreams. Okay, but in a universe which, while relative, is real so far as our lives and actions are concerned, our business in the universe is not to deny its existence, but to live. And live means what? To, you know, to extend love and appreciation to your fellow man. I is to, you know, really trust in your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy. V is that 22, that number 22, that master builder, right? And also that's where each and every person, animal, you know, comes through that feminine energy principle to have this what? Experience, this E, to experience life. And also using the laws derived from lower to higher, these 7 Hermetic principles, the 7 principles of Ma'at, right? And you know, living on, doing the best that we can do under the circumstances of rising each day and living so far as is possible to our biggest ideas and ideas. The true meaning of life is not known to men on this plane, okay, if indeed to any, but the highest authorities and our own intuitions teach us that, you know, that we make no mistake in living up to the best that is in us, right? So far as is possible, and realizing the universal tendency in the same direction in spite of the apparent evidence to the contrary. So what is that saying? We are all on the path, fam, and the road leads upward ever, with frequent resting places, okay, as you can see, you know. And we, you know, each experience, you know, gonna bring, you know, different opportunities and lessons for us to level up, you know, on our journey, okay? So there are different aspects of you, so it's time to graduate to the next level of you, fam. All right, and this is from the 3 Initiative Kabbalion. So I'm here to remind you of your greatness, and it's time to unlock the universe within you, because what? You are your own universe. And with everything I say, guys, you know, remember, you know, the principle of polarity, okay? There's a good side, not so good side. There's some things we can work on, but we can always become better. But it's all about, you know, flipping those polarity, those energies, to balance our energy within ourselves. We have that masculine and feminine principle, right? At the end of the day, all is one. So these are my own personal takeaways. So when it comes to knowledge of self, I already pretty much went it over, but just a quick recap, you know, if somebody were to ask me, like, what are some things I need to focus on so I can really get my life back in check, okay? First, realization, like, hey, you here to have a human experience. We are different aspects of the universe, okay? Some higher on higher planes, some on lower planes, okay? So this is a holographic universe, a virtual simulation. As you can see, like, when you look at the zodiac wheel, all of this is a CD-ROM, all right? You know, there's like a multiplayer game, and we zapping in from different realms, you know, to have this one reality, you know, kind of like Grand Theft Auto, so to speak, right? And you do have some non-player characters out here too, all right, just to make you aware. But this is a simulation, okay? We said, that's why they call it the Maya, the illusion, right? But we here to experience life. And also, many of you guys are here part of the mystery schools, okay? That's why you are into so much knowledge. You have maybe more knowledge than me, okay? But each of us have our own access code, to the source within. All right. The next, it's all about the 7 natural laws versus the man-made laws. And by now you realize, like, spiritual law always trump man-made law, because by spiritual law we use these 7 Hermetic principles, and we also using the 7 principles of mind in our lives each and every day to live a righteous life, and trusting these laws, even though it may not make sense to the man-made law person. They will see the results pour over in your life because you know something that they don't know, right? And using these higher laws against the lower laws, which is man-made, because you have no control over man-made laws. All right, man-made laws is pretty much a business opportunity. Okay, you can only go as far as the person has control over you. All right, you have no control over your promotion, right? You have no control over, how much money you make an hour, right? So with natural law, you get to trump all of that because you take complete control of your life. All right, and you be a conscious co-creator. Okay, let me slow down. And also, it's also tap into all the elements: air, fire, water, earth, and also that spirit, your intuition. Okay, and to further navigate through your own, reality, your own universe within you. Again, use the numbers, your name, astrology. You're going to experience a lot of sacred geometry. If you want to learn more about sacred geometry and piecing a lot of this information together, these signs and symbols, all right, especially when it comes to different shapes and sizes and these symbols that pop up in your life, Brother Sanchez TV, YouTube, I promise you, all right? You don't have to agree with everything, all the content of the information that he put out, but remember, it's all about the message, okay? And when it comes to sacred geometry, this guy is spot on, okay? But again, it's all about trusting your own inner voice, your own energy. Also, line yourself up with your daily vibration. Each and every one of us have our own unique biorhythm, okay? So please be mindful of that. All right, and your lessons are set up based on your life path number, in my experience, because I've been working this out with my wife, my children, my grandchildren, okay, my employees. I used to do it on a sneak tip when I used to work, right? Okay, but lessons are set up for you, based upon your life path and your personal vibration. So that's why I focus so much, right now. If you may not be tuned into your life path, I've been focused on getting your vibration up so you can get better experiences in your life. That way you can raise your awareness, okay, and consciousness on your own. All right, so next, and angels and ancestor numbers, okay? I use this all the time, okay, and I will share more angel numbers that have been popping up in my experiences here, and it should help many of you along your path too. And also, I've been using nature spirit. I've been tapping into all the aspects that I possibly can so I can further navigate and have some proper understanding and overstanding of what's going on in my life, so I can help people navigate throughout their matrix as well too. But be aware of all these different nature spirit signs and symbols in your life. We talked about birds, all the different, several different elements and stuff too, right? And that being said, pay attention to the karma, okay? It's all about cause and effect. You can't get away with anything. Remember that. We spoke about zodiac health because it's all about your inner verse. You got it, your outer reality, but you also, your experience is more inner than outer, okay? You will hear many, people out there, they will tell you that, hey, your inner reality is more real than your outer experience, okay? You basically projecting this out, okay, in the screen, in your own personal screen of life, if I can put it in that context. All right, but take care of your own inner universe. Take care of your own inner universe, and remember, your input always going to equal your output. You're going to treat the body and not the symptoms. Everything has a root cause, okay? So instead of treating the symptom, we need to treat the root cause of these issues, and we're going to treat the entire body. And when you're dealing with these 12 mineral salts of the body, and really working with yourself, may not just the mineral salts, just correcting your eating habits in general. Give things 30, 60, 90 days. Remember, input equal output, and you're going to see some results in your life. It's okay to start completely over and question everything you've been taught to eat as a child, okay? All right, some big takeaways when it comes to the zodiac health in particular, too, that I want to mention. Cut out the fluoride, okay? that's gonna, you know, shut down your pineal gland, your activation. Okay, so cut out the fluoride, all right, the tap water, drink the still or high pH water, okay, from my experience and looking at other people, okay. And also, the tree of life is within the body, okay. I mentioned pineal gland activation, and also sit with yourself. There are different, you know, meditation types. Find what works best for you. Some people like music. Some people like the draw. Some people like to do crossword puzzles. Some people like to garden. You get what I'm saying? But figure out what works best for you. But sit with yourself. You're gonna get a lot of ideas. So when you get these ideas, these downloads, so to speak, please write this stuff down. Come back to it. These are seeds, so you can plant into your own universe and your reality, so you can manifest these things on your plane. Okay. Next, schedule yourself. The average person does not have a schedule. They go to work on somebody else's schedule, but they don't have a schedule for their own life, for their own personal growth, personal development, and personal, you know, self-realization and knowledge of self, period. You know, it baffles me, man. All right, I'm using these other words. I mean, you know, it makes me wonder sometimes. So please, what am I saying? Schedule yourself, invest in yourself. Your life is an investment. All right, you are the highest prize here. Okay, you are the best asset that you have available. Is you, your mindset. So please invest in yourself, at least 15 minutes a day. All right, and over time, those 15 minutes each day times what, 7 days a week, times 4, you know, at least 4 weeks in a month, or if you want to do 30 days, you get what I'm saying. Over time, you're gonna get better regardless. So, you know, the unexamined life isn't worth living. So please examine your life and schedule yourself for personal growth and development. Okay, everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, we talked about the different phases of matter: plasma, gas, liquids, and solids. All right, so again, you know, money and all these different things that you see in your reality, they are not as solid as what you think, you know, as what you may think, like I mentioned to you in many presentations. All right, when it comes to money, since we talked about money, learn to circulate your money. A lot of people hoard their money. They don't teach people the proper utilization of money for a reason. All right, that's why you don't have money. Okay, and once you understand and understand and overstand the basic principle of money, and money is spiritual, and money need to be circulated. If it's not circulated, if you don't circulate, anything is gonna go stale, right? For like water, for example. Same thing about money. Money is energy, so you got to understand the basic principle of circulate your money, and you can have your money working for you all the time like clockwork, and then you'll be basically living for free. So that's part of my intent here, to give each and every one of you guys, you know, different avenues of approach, so you can get some, you know, generate some currency in your life, right? And that way you can get out of this rat race, and then you can help yourself help other people. Okay, that's part of my purpose here. All right, but that being said, when it deals with money, circulate your money. All right, if you need help learning more about money, please go back to my spiritual law of prosperity. All right, I'm gonna have a lot of information in that presentation alone, but with any presentation that I've given, please check the description area. The description area has some additional information, so you can learn and grow on your own instead of waiting for anybody to, you know, keep showing videos. Okay, but it's all about you doing your own due diligence. Okay, so with that being said, go through that spiritual law of prosperity, check the description area, and play that cash flow game at least for 90 days, because people really don't understand, and overstand what money is. Okay, but by the time you play that cash flow game, you know, for at least 90 days, at least like one time, to get yourself out of the rat race, you will see exactly what I'm saying. I won't lead you wrong. Okay, but at the end of the day, when it comes to anything in life, you got to ask yourself, all right, I had to learn this the hard way, because people will distract you. Okay, people will intentionally distract you because they don't have a purpose and mission, or they don't remember their purpose and mission. You know, everybody goes through this amnesia period, right? But when you don't know your purpose and mission in life, you're bored. Remember, right? So, but with anything in life, what's the return on investment? What do you get out of that? What's the quid pro quo, right? So, are you just getting entertained with nothing fulfilling in return? Or are you actually learning something that you can use in your life, and then you can actually get results, and you can use it over and over again? So it's time to make better decisions with our lives, and each and every step throughout our day. Okay, so each spirit and soul has its own frequency and purpose to share. So what does that mean? Each and every person have their own personal relationship with the source, or the God within, so to speak. All right, but each and every person have their own message to relay. All right, or disseminate to to our own personal reflections, okay? But at the end of the day, I respect you. I love you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of you for investing in yourself and learning more about yourself and questioning the official story, okay, like I did. All right. But as we get ready to close, you know, what are some really key takeaways that gonna, you know, really put you on the path as you learn, you know, learn about all this stuff here? But it's the basics, okay? The basic biochemistry, all up in this book. All right. You're going to talk about your endocrine system, your nervous system, your circulatory system, and also you're going to learn a little some basic psychology too. All right. So I always question the official story, but if you want to learn more, you know, check the description area and also do your own further research. And as I close out, please note, you know, when you use your life path and your numerology to help align you with your higher self and your own personal biorhythm and vibration. So guys, this has been my personal takeaways when it comes to like, hey, if I were to start over tomorrow, what are some things I really need to know to get me back on my path right away? And in this presentation, I just shared with you pretty much a review of everything, almost everything we discussed, because there's a lot of information, but these are the key takeaways that I know for a fact that's gonna, you know, give you the interconnectedness of who you truly are and what you need to do on the planet at this time. But I hope you found this, you know, information very helpful. All right, but be sure to click that like and subscribe button down below. This has been Earth School, and remember, life is a test. Use those 7 Hermetic principles. I promise you, it's gonna take you far. And our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons to gain their experience and knowledge for our soul's growth. It's never too late to rewrite your story. The past, present, and the future is happening right now. So you have the choice. You have free will to rewrite your past, all right, to set up, you know, success for your future, or you can sit there and do nothing. But it's completely up to you, all right? But you create your own karma, fam, all right? You don't get away with anything. But as you grow through your own personal transformation and atonement process, especially using those 7 Hermetic principles, share your knowledge and wisdom with people, all right? You're going to teach people how to help themselves, but you're going to trust your own inner voice, your own energy. You know that your thoughts, belief, words, emotion, and actions are going to equal your reality and your results, not your job. And it's time to pay yourself 10% first before you pay your bills, okay? Remember that. But this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. We will be back with some more presentations soon. I'm hitting the books right now, doing some further research on my own, but I will be sharing with you guys, you know, some common things like some of these angel numbers that's been popping up, you know, in my experience lately, and also some other little, you know, take my own personal takeaways that can really help you, especially when it comes to money and just using it, you know, critical thinking, okay? But with that being said, this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Take care of yourself, love yourself, appreciate yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself, and it's never too late to rewrite your story, okay? But you gotta start now. All right, until next time, this is Chris. Stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.